What are the last 24 hours or so been like for you?
Been around a lot of people, a lot of celebrating with my friends and family, and a long night and a long travel.
What do you think of the facility?
I love it. It's beautiful. Yeah, it's my first time seeing it, so yeah, it's nice.
Have you had a chance to meet any of your new teammates or anyone?
I met Kilo. He was out on the field. I just spoke to him a little bit.
What was that conversation like?
Just basically told him it was an honor to meet him and that I'll be learning a lot from him and asking him a bunch of questions.
What did he ask you?
He didn't ask me anything.
Oh, my God, I thought you said he asked you.
Yeah.
Sorry. What did you ask him?
Oh, I told him I was going to ask him a ton of questions leading into, meeting room, whatever it was. I'm just going to try to learn as much as I can from him.
How familiar are you with his game?
Fairly, from his, Chicago days. There's no way you would just play football or on social media without seeing a few clips of Khalil Mack. So,
What kind of questions are you going to ask him? Like what are you most excited to learn from somebody like that?
really, he's been in the game so long, right? So how he's done that, how he takes care of his body, really what's his routine when it comes to day-to-day things, and then when we're in the meeting room, his pass rush plan, his plan on first and second down, how he approaches different looks on the field, just trying to pick his brain as much as I can.
Jim and Joe yesterday mentioned just about your motor and just your relentlessness. Just where does that come from, and what about your mentality allows you to play that way?
I think that's just how I've always played the game. Growing up, I didn't really have a bunch of IQ. I'm 16 years old, just playing football. I always had awareness for the game, and what always stuck out on the film was my motor and my relentlessness. So it's not something I think about. It's just something that happens.
You decided on a number yet?
I can't get 3, but I'll probably just go back to 90, my original college number.
Why, does that have any meaning beyond it just being your original college number?
No, it was just the first number I ever had coming into college. Why not go back to it?
And would you try to get 3 or no?
The odds are kind of 0, but no.
Any teammates reach out to you, Mario, anybody from Miami?
Yeah, Coach Cristobal, JT called me as soon as I got drafted. I still talk to Ruben and Ahmad every day. So, everybody, just congratulating me. And, that's about it.
What did it mean for you and Ruben to both get selected and only seven picks apart?
It's what we've been working on throughout the past 3 years. We talk about it all the time. We did talk about it all the time throughout the season. What we can potentially do. But when I saw his face on the TV, I really almost shed a tear. I was so happy he got picked up. So.
Also, forgot to say just now, but Tier Tart is 90.
I think. I'm not sure. I thought they told me it was available. If not, I'll just pick another number. Yeah.
You mentioned Coach Taylor at Miami. What did you learn from him working with him?
Really, the biggest thing about Coach JT is he's a simple coach. He's not going to try to do too much. You watch his tape. He's a simple guy. He creates length. He keeps people away from him, and he just has a high motor. That was the biggest things that stuck out on tape, watching his tape. So, and he's the same way as a coach. You can learn. Every coach is going to teach you the basic fundamentals of football, but the difference between JT and other coaches is his experience. 14 years in the league, gold jacket, picking his brain on again, how to watch film, what to look at when you're watching film, pass rush progression. First and second down versus third down, how to take care of my body, formation, everything about football. The game is what he taught me the most of.
You have a lot of new experiences here over the coming days, weeks, months. What are you most excited about doing?
Competing and earning the respect of my teammates.
How do you go about doing that?
Showing up every day on time, ready to work. What we preach at Miami, my last 4 years, early is on time. So I always show up early, take care of my body, do everything I have to do pre-practice, and then once we get on that field or in that weight room, compete your butt off. And, people respect guys who compete and work their butt off. So just do that and earn the respect of my coaches and my teammates.
What was that moment like when your phone started vibrating last night? To ring?
My heart dropped. I was excited. I knew it was that time. Picked up the phone. Coach Harbaugh was on the phone, talked to me. Basically said they really liked my formal meeting at the Combine. And, yeah, it was just everything else was really a blur. It was yes sirs and thank yous. And then, yeah, man, I'm just ready to be here, excited to be here.
Is there anything about the whole process, since obviously you thought about it for a long time, but is there anything that was surprising to you from how quickly you got here, how everything's happened? I know it's been a whirlwind, but anything you didn't expect?
No, nothing I didn't expect. You hear a bunch of different stories from people who've gotten picked up. So throughout this whole process, going from last game into training preparation to Combine to pro day to 30 visits to draft day to coming here, you hear all about it. So nothing came to me as a surprise.
Coach Harbaugh talked yesterday about how you love to practice, love to play. Why do you love football?
Why do I love football? I just love the game. It's like if I asked you why you love pizza, you just love it. It's the game I've been playing since I was 8 years old. The physicality, the violence, the technicality, like how technical I am in my game. Just everything that comes with football, on the field and off the field, the relationships you can build. Football is more than just helmet and pads. It's a lifestyle for me.
Were you always a defensive player on that side of the ball?
No, I played a little bit of tight end. I played a year. I played a little bit of receiver. But 90% of my time has always been on defense.
So you seem very calm and collected. What happens to you when you step on that football field?
I'm not gonna lie. It's not something I think about. It's just the way I've played the game my whole life. It's not a switch that I flip. It's not something that I get on the field and have to convince myself to do. It's just the way the game is played to me. And it's the way it's always been played.
Just talk about Khalil, but you're also joining a room with Tuli Tuipulotu. How familiar are you with his game, if at all?
Not very familiar, but I'm gonna watch a ton of film. I love watching football, so I'll familiarize myself really quick.
He's a guy that, like, you can move inside and rush over guards. Khalil's obviously can pretty much rush from anywhere. What do you think you're going to bring in terms of some of the interchangeable pieces up front and having a bunch of guys in the room that like you rush from the edge and rush from the interior? What do you think that's going to provide?
I think I'm adding another really good piece to that D-line. Of course, the versatility that I'm able to rush inside and out, but also the size and violence that I play with where I can set an edge on first and second down, a blunt edge. So I think I'm a well-rounded defensive player, and I'm just excited to go out there and compete with them boys.
In terms of your moves and your pass rush bag, your toolbox, was there a moment in your college career where you really started to hone different moves? Was it more of a process over your entire college career?
I've changed it throughout the years. I used to rely a lot on a chop dip rip, but then I started facing old linemen who are double punchers that punch pretty high, and it's hard to chop a high hand. So I kind of transitioned to using a side scissor and just trying different things out. I spend a lot of time at the facility alone, just trying to learn my body, my steps, how long it takes for me to get to the fight line where I'm making a move on a tackle, rush angles, width from how far I am from wherever I'm rushing. So I've done a ton of different stuff alone where I practice what moves I want to use, but my bag has gotten better throughout the years to where I can use a bunch of different moves.
Are you the type of guy that's watching a lot of NFL edges and trying to take what they do and implement it into your game, or are you more so, like you're saying, sort of on the field yourself, trying to figure out what works for you personally?
No, I take stuff from everybody. Like Ruben is younger than me. When he came in as a freshman, I was a true senior. I took stuff from Ruben. Like if I see it and I see that it works and I like it, I'll put it into my game. The way I run a T game, one of our stunts where the tackle penetrates and the DN sells speed and loops behind him. I seen one of our D tackles penetrate a certain way where he was attacking the tackle rather than the guard, and the way he was using his hands, and I'm like, it worked. And I see it worked, and I told myself I like that, so I stole that and put it into my game. So I'm always like, I'm stealing everybody else's move and putting it into mine and making it mine, I guess.
What was the interaction like with you and Coach Harbaugh when you showed up to the facility today?
Very welcoming. He had a big smile. I had a big smile. I'm typically always smiling, but it was, a heartwarming welcome.
What should the fans expect from you when they show up?
What should they expect from me?
Yeah, what are they going to see? What would you tell the fans that you're going to bring to the table?
I'm bringing versatility. I'm bringing a pass rush bag and violence and the ability to set a blunt edge